False media.
In the Bravo universe, there are two equally destructive forces: the housewives, who start it, and the producers, who make sure it finishes on camera. These are their stories.
He's created something to find out more about you.
No, don't tell him yet. Don't tell him yet.
And I just want to, I had nothing to do with it.
Welcome back to another episode of Reality Court. My name is Ace Fanning, host of the Sister Wives podcast, Love Should Be Multiplied, Not Divided. And I am joined by another washed up housewife, Ana Quincoces, former Real Housewife of Miami. And now she's a huge star over at Foss Media, Reality Court. I mean, wow. This woman is going places.
I am your single biggest female star besides Caitlyn.
At Foss Media?
Yeah, Foss Media. And I'm very proud of that.
Yes.
It's
huge
an achievement. Yeah, it is.
Huge star. Huge star, Ana Quincoces. What a get for Foss Media.
Thank you.
Now, guys, we have somebody today that I'm very excited to talk to because I've been wanting to ask him if I abused my phone privileges. Because, listen, I want so badly to be this guy's friend, but he's cool. He's got other cool people in his life. And I feel like he's like, dude, you're some fucking loser from Peoria, Arizona. Nobody wants to talk to you.
Never had a cocktail.
But yeah, never. You're a loser. But he's so nice that he's not going to say that. But I feel like he feels it. So I'm going to put him in the hot seat on that one. So guys, please welcome to Reality Court, very beautiful Gibson Johns. Gibson, how are you?
How dare you? First of all, I am I'm honored to be here at Foss Media. I feel like I'm
do you want Foss Media to sign you? I could get you in.
And also, we can send you some Foss Media merch.
Yep. Just let us know.
I'll send you the P.O. box.
Thank you. See, but look, he's giving me P.O. box. He's like, I'm not giving you my address.
I know where he lives.
No, Ace, that is not correct. That is not correct. I think you're amazing. And if you lived in New York, we would be hanging out. So we just live on opposite sides of the country. That's just true. It's a practical thing.
I just feel like you gave your phone number out, and maybe that wasn't a good idea. You were like, oh, fuck.
Why, you text him all the time?
No, not all the time, but I just sometimes
I wake up to text every day from
every day.
We're just like
every day.
No, about you.
I try to be a good friend, and I try to say to, like, if I think of somebody, I try to text them like, hey, I was just thinking about you. Hope you're having a good day.
Okay. Really nice. I wish I should do that more.
That's really nice thing.
Thank you.
Because I'm famously not great at nurturing friendships with people that don't live in the same city as me. Like that's just not a strength of mine, and I wish it was.
You're graphically undesirable, Ace. On top of all the other ways that you're undesirable, you're also
add it to the fucking list. Add it to the fucking list. No shit.
Oh,
but no, Gibson,
you're both gems.
We're so happy to have you here today. You know what? Here's the thing about Gibson is you're always nice. So today at Reality Court, we're going to try and get you to come out of that a little bit. We're going to try and get you to give us your hot takes. We want, and
come
here's
to
the thing.
Dark side with us.
Nobody's watching. It's just you and us. Okay. Like, this is just amongst friends. You just said we were your friends, We
are friends.
I think that if you want to get a little sassy today, feel free to do it.
Okay. Yeah. Nobody's going to know. Nobody will ever know.
Yeah.
We're dangling the carrot right now. Let's see if I take it. Let's see if I come out.
Yeah. So listen, I want to start with very exciting news, but I feel like everyone's on the same page, but I don't know for sure if the entire Bravo universe is on the same page. But Nene Leakes is coming back to Bravo. And this is big news, especially because she tried to sue Bravo. I mean, you don't usually see that happening.
She sued them.
Okay, well, she sued Bravo. So tell me your thoughts on this, Gibson. How are you feeling?
I mean, as a fan, it's something that I've been wanting for so long, I just like, again, practically speaking, I just didn't think it was going to happen. Like, nobody has come back from, and it's not just that she sued them. She sued she was like calling them out for years. Yeah. And even, I mean, as recently as 2020, 2021, she was on Bethany Frankel's podcast doing like a multi-part sit down thing where she talked about it. So I was really, the tides have turned pretty quickly in her favor. And there was clearly a lot of, behind the scenes, whatever. But as a fan, I'm incredibly excited about it. And I think that on the actual show, the girls trip show, I think she's going to be probably on one episode. I think they're going to go to Atlanta. She'll like,
for sure,
be at whatever big event they have there. And like, for me, I just like, I'm thinking like 3 steps ahead. I'm like, okay, what does that mean?
It means that they're trying to test her to see how it goes. And I'll tell you this about that network, about Bravo and Andy. I don't think that when it comes to money and things that are going to help the bottom line and make his network better, he does not hold grudges. And that's a testament to his professionalism, I think. Yeah. Because it's not personal.
It's what they tell housewives. It's like, move on. You gotta conflict resolution. And he's kind of practicing what he's preaching with it, I guess.
I think the only person that will never, ever, ever see the inside of any Bravo or be in front of a Bravo camera is Bethany Frankel. As he refers to her, the margarita lady. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think you're right.
And I'm glad, because I don't need to see her shit anymore.
No,
I don't.
She pops up on TikTok enough. So
yes.
It's almost like I feel like she's harassing me with her TikToks. Like it just feels like she's constantly like, watch this video of me now talking about scooping out the inside of my bagel.
But it's not only that. Like I think she's become a big contrarian, and I hate a contrarian. I really do. So everybody goes to New Year's Eve to St. Bart's, and then she like poo-poo St. Bart's. I can be here. I have access. I have money. But let me tell you, it sucks. By the way, a lot of the people in this world that will never make it to St. Bart for New Year's Eve don't really want to think that it's bad. They'd rather aspire to it and think like, oh my God, what a cool place. Alex Earl is dancing with, whatever his name is, the football player.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Like, how cool is that? No, I got an infection in my face and it sucks and it's on. I'm so tired of her. She's just bitter Betty.
Yeah. It's funny because I feel like I agree, but it is a skill that she has, which is essentially like making a mountain out of every single molehill possible in her life. Like she is able to, as you said, Ace, like make like scooping out a bagel like an event and drama, and it is a skill that she has, unfortunately. And
no, it is.
I think it's fine for TikTok. I agree with you. It's not going to be back on Bravo probably ever.
No, ever.
So with Nene though, here's my thing with Nene. Yeah. Early days of Nene was incredible. Then Nene left, she had that, was she on Glee or American Glee? Yeah. Glee. She did that. And then she came back and was like with her tail tucked between her legs because she, wasn't making it in Hollywood anymore. So she came back. And then and it was fun when she came back, but then at the end of our times with her, it was meant to be the end of our time with her. She was negative. She was nasty. She was
angry. She's so angry.
She just sucked. And I'm like, I hope that this Nene we get this time is going to bring back like old Nene vibes.
Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad.
I love her. Close your legs to married men.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, it's of course like we think back to like the best of times with her. Yes. And I think even just the video that she posted on Instagram, I was a little bit like, like I don't know what version of her that we're getting.
We're gonna get.
I think I do think that like a difference, that second run that she had that you said, I agree. Like it wasn't as good as people like want to remember it as. Part of her thing then though was that like she carried this, I built this, I should have like different standards, I should be treated differently kind of vibe to her.
Vicky Gunvalson on her last season.
Yeah. And I kind of think that when you have it taken away, when she thought it was never going to come back, I kind of think she'll be more humble this time in a way she won't have that energy, hopefully.
Yeah, she went all scorched earth. The thing is, listen, whoever, wants to be on reality TV and you make it there, the worst characteristic that you can push forward is your ego and your pride, because everyone is expendable. And if you don't realize that, then you have no business there. You cannot get there thinking, but for me, you can't do this, because it's been proven time and time again that they can, and they will leave you behind. So I hope that she's adjusted.
I feel like, listen, we're bringing Vicky back. I don't have huge high hopes about that. You know, we saw her come back as a friend of a couple times, and she just, it wasn't happening. I think that Nene could come back, and I think she could revive Atlanta. I think that we've got Portia, Phaedra, we've got Nene. I mean, it's a good setup. I feel like we could do really good.
I think if she followed the Phaedra lead, you know, because Phaedra, I mean, Andy worships Phaedra. I really believe that by far that is his favorite housewife. I don't care who says it's Kyle and stuff. It's Phaedra. He adores Phaedra. Phaedra and Shep. Those are his two favorites. That's my opinion. But, you know, she did it right. Like, she waited. She did the whole thing. She didn't get pissed off at everybody. And I mean, I think she's friends with Nene, right? Friendly? Cynthia's friend.
Yes. And I think that, like, I mean, in her video, Nene gave Portia and Phaedra both shout outs for keeping her name in the mix behind the scenes.
Oh,
and so I think that tells you a lot. And I think that the Vicky comparison is really interesting, because I don't think that vibe of being the OG of the OC has ever worn off Vicky. I think that's completely gone to her head permanently.
No. Yeah.
And I think with Nene, not only do I have a little bit of a higher hope that she was sort of taken down a peg in a way that will benefit her, but also I think about, like, okay, Vicky, Tamra, and Shannon, like the Tres Amigas, like that never was like my drug of choice, I would say, in the house.
You know what?
But like
hold
Nene,
on,
Portia,
I need you to
Phaedra,
lean into that. Lean into that, Gibson. Lean into it. Talk about the Tres Amigas. You were gonna say something a little nasty, I feel like.
I mean, I just much prefer. I'm bringing them.
No,
not his drug of choice is the most he's gonna say.
I mean, they just didn't do it for me in the way.
You're a drug addict,
essentially. But like, my drug of choice is Nene, Portia, Phaedra, Cynthia. You know, all of them at a table, like, just giving each other shit, and like that hits
and the
so
reads
different.
They're epic.
Oh, it's so good. And like, I just think that if Nene is clearly on a good page with these women, like, I just want to laugh with Nene. That ultimately, like, that's been her staying power, is like her reads and her funny moments. And like,
I agree.
The idea of getting those again is just like heaven.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
Exactly.
You know, okay. Here's my thought process. I know that this was probably going to be controversial to say, but Kim Zolciak is broke again. And when she came on the show, she was broke, but she had Big Papa. Is there something there? Do we bring Kim Zolciak back?
I think one at a time, but I'm not against it. I think I need to see that Nene works first. Okay. I don't know if I want Kim without Nene, if that makes sense.
No.
I don't know if Kim works with Phaedra, Portia, Cynthia. I think she works if Nene's in good form and it works. You insert Kim back there, and then all of a sudden in the year of 2027, we have Phaedra, Portia, Nene, Kim, Cynthia back on Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is like a crazy thought.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's they all have the kiss of death when they become so obsessed. They think they're so much more important than they are. Because it's the same thing with Kim. She had her show, and then she was like, I'm too good for this. I don't want to be here. And it's like, no, like, you need to stay humble, and you can go at any point.
The spinoff game is dangerous. The spinoff game is dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened to Bethany too. Bethany had her 3 seasons of her show or whatever. And then she was off for a couple of years, and she had to come running back. So
she had to come running back because her talk show didn't go. No. Listen, I lost the opportunity to be a full-time co-host on The View because of Bethany. I was on the short list.
I don't know this story.
Okay, so I did The View 3 times, and I did really well. It was really fun for me. There was chemistry, and so they were replacing somebody. They were replacing Rosie O'Donnell was already there. They were replacing somebody. And so they did a chemistry test, and they included 9 people in this chemistry test. So I went and did the chemistry test, but it turns out that because Rosie O'Donnell was on, and she was so afraid of Bethany ending up on that show that she had a special clause in her contract saying that she would not share the table with anybody from reality TV, which automatically disqualified me. So I don't know that I was going to get it, but I had a 1 in 9 chance of getting it.
I say, honestly, Anna, say that you got it and then they took the job away from you. Just lean into it.
Put Rosie Perez. I would have been better than Rosie Perez.
You would have been great on With You. You would have been great on With You.
It was really fun, and I really liked it, and so I just I resent her for all that.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. That would have been wow.
I know that would have
been fascinating that Rosie had that clause. That's like a very she power did, too.
But the thing is that they told me, look, it's not personal. It's really because she knew that that Bethany wanted to find a place, to kind of find something to take away from the embarrassment that she had lost her own talk show, So
this is, I see. So this is post talk show, pre-returning to Roni.
Show,
Got it. Okay.
Right.
Got it. And Rosie doesn't seem like somebody that would be threatened, but I guess at that, it's like.
She just did. Wow. It's not threatened. She hated her.
Oh,
which, she's a polarizing person.
Absolutely.
Bethany can be very polarizing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's what happened.
One of my favorite feuds of all time, and I love to go back and watch it, is Rosie O'Donnell and Elizabeth Hasselbeck. That is so fun. It's just, it's just a good time.
We're sitting here looking at a split screen with us 3. That was the original split screen. Rosie and Elizabeth going at it at that table.
Listen,
sometimes I'll just get on YouTube and play it.
That original, since I've done it, more than once, I've had different people. And the first time I was on, we interviewed Carolyn Manzo and Jacqueline Larita and Melissa Gorga. Wow. So I had to interview them together it was me and I don't remember who it was, but we, went away from the table and had this interview. And so afterwards, Joy Behar, who's so funny, and we were, coming out and she goes, you want this job? Because you're really good at this or whatever. And I'm like, yeah. And so then Melissa comes, she goes, oh my God, it's so great that you were able to, whatever. She goes, I want to come back, but I want to do what you did. And then Joy tells me, she goes, her and what gray matter. It was so funny.
Anna!
Yeah. She said that to me.
Humble brag.
No. It's just, I don't think Melissa's dumb, by the way.
No. I don't think
so. But it's just so funny that she said
I don't know if the view is like her.
No. It's not right for her.
The best medium for
her. But
she
wanted to do that. And no, she was never able to do it. But look, Nene did it. Nene did it more than once.
Yeah.
But Nene, it's a different reason, Nene's just this larger than life personality, and so they want that too. That's not the reason with me. The reason for me is that I can kind of do the job.
Absolutely.
And then I'm Latina.
Look where you ended up. Reality Court.
I know. Right.
Be
glad that
all roads lead to Foss Media.
Exactly.
Oh, not a white refrigerator. Girl, please put your shoes on. Let's go find you a home, honey. Ooh.
A home at Foss Media.
Good.
That's quality. Now, all right, let's talk about Traitors, because every season, I think this is my favorite season. And once again, I'm here to say this is my favorite season.
He applied, just so you know, full disclosure, Ace applied
for the normies, celebrity one.
The Traitors normies.
The regular people.
Yeah. Have you heard back?
No. Listen, I probably never will hear back. Yeah. Anna, why did you become so blurry all of a sudden?
I don't know. I was going to ask you. It's you, not me.
No, it's not.
My camera.
You're blurry.
I don't have control over your camera.
Like your camera refocused or something.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on.
Gibson, when I tell you this happens, it's always something.
Shut up.
But at least before, when we were at another network, it was like,
still blurry.
Yeah.
Anna, like,
what do I do?
Put your finger in front of it.
Yeah, maybe like go really close.
Try and get it to just refocus.
It has to refocus on something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, it's doing it now.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, now you're frozen.
Now you're frozen.
Oh, there you go.
This is better. We're back.
Wow, guys. Sorry about the technical difficulties. It happens every episode. No worries.
Every single episode.
Something happens with Ana. Other than the one time that I forgot to click record. Yes.
And that's much more. Hold on. I'm sorry. That's much more. Hold on. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening.
God. Back to. So I'll talk about myself while she figures out.
Talk about
yourself
for a second.
So I applied for Traitors, and I'm hopeful that they will call me back, and then they'll be like, "Oh wait, actually, we hate you. We don't want you here." So, just if I could have made some sort of impression, I would feel proud of myself. But we'll see.
I think there's a chance. I think there's a chance that you could get.
I think there's a chance too.
I think
you know what? I love delusional friends who will lie to you and just make you feel good. And thank you for that. I appreciate that. All right, so let's talk about Traitors, because I'm, again, new favorite season. Every season's my new favorite season. How are you feeling about the Michael Rapaport, Colton Underwood situation?
Yeah, I do not like Michael Rapaport at all. I'm really repulsed by him, honestly. Yeah. And like, I'd like to love to hate my villains, and I just hate to hate him. Like I do think that there's an element where I'm like, I guess I appreciate that he's bringing out some drama early on, but I think that giving him credit for that is assuming that it wouldn't have already happened without him there. Things always pop off, and so he's so loud and wrong all the time that I'm so happy that he's not there anymore. Spoiler alert. Yeah. But the Colton thing specifically, I think two things can be true. I think Colton can also be kind of a bad person and have his sketchy past where he stalked this ex-girlfriend of his, whatever. All of that can still be reality, but also I think that Michael Rapaport's comment to him was homophobic. That's how I took it, even before
it absolutely was.
And I think that to sort of imply that a gay person is deceitful just because they were in the closet for a lot of their life is really harmful to put out there. And it's a classic thing and very antiquated. So, I hated that comment, but I also don't like Colton, and what he did to Tiffany the prior episode, I thought was I hated it, and
you have a lot of feelings about this. Yeah,
I do.
And I understand the Michael Rapaport, because I think that if you're going to say something like that, don't be such a pussy. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to say it and be totally an asshole about it, then just say it. Don't try to mask it under layers of trying to be proper. What you said was heinous. Okay. And if you're going to say it, and if you got the balls to say it, say it. Say it.
Totally.
That's how you feel.
And his whole thing is to say it with his chest. So it's very antithetical to him to all of a sudden be like, no, I apologize. I spoke to Colton.
Right.
Fuck you. It's
agreed.
There's nothing worse, because Colton Underwood is a piece of shit. And but he's not a piece of shit because of the fact that he's gay. He's not a piece of shit because he went on The Bachelor when he was gay. He was trying to run away from who he is. That's very common.
And that struggle is real.
Yeah.
That struggle is real for many people.
But there's nothing worse than when you got to start rooting for someone you hate because you hate someone else. And that's what Michael did for us. And now we can go back to hating Colton for who he is as a human being.
Right. And I think that I've seen people say that he's getting a really good edit. And I'm like, I don't know if he's getting a good edit, because I was really turned off by the way that he's been handling these roundtables. He just had one moment where he was sort of the victim of a comment. But I also think, The Traitors is such an interesting show because it sort of reflects, it's kind of a reflection of who we are as people. And I think a lot of unconscious bias comes out on this show. They have been targeting a lot of the people of color on this cast so far. And it's been sort of a conversation I've seen, bubble up on social media. And Colton is bringing all this stuff to the table, and he's accusing people. He's kind of doing the same thing that Ron did to Portia, but Ron is still feeling the ramifications of doing that to Portia 2 episodes ago. And Colton is sort of I was wrong, but I'm going to keep going hard and I'm going to still be wrong. And they're all like, all right, you know, so it's more like the way that the people in the castle are reacting to it that I think is, makes you think, I guess. I don't know. It's layered.
Have you laughed once with Ron yet?
No.
Oh, he's a comedian, but have you ever had a Krispy Kreme?
I felt bad for him. I haven't laughed.
No, I've just like, you're not very funny to me. It's not really happening.
One of the interesting things about Traitors is that, and I think that the reason people enjoy the show so much is that you're in it in a different way than in other shows. First of all, it tells you, you see a lot about people's real character with the way they behave, but in almost every challenge and every situation, don't you wonder how you would handle it?
Oh,
it is something
time.
That is very much a part of the show, which I think it's what's so interesting. You know, because you'll see a Housewife show and you think like, oh God, I would never do that or something like that. But you don't give it deep thought. This is something that like, what would I do in that situation? It is really it's psychological warfare. And I love that about it.
Well, let me just say, last week, Peacock had this big pop-up Traitors experience in New York City. And I went to it. They had like a content creator, podcaster kind of night there. And I had that exact experience that you're talking about where I was like, oh, this is how I would handle sort of the pressure cooker, like all eyes on you kind of experience that the Traitors is, where like everything you do could be used as evidence against you because there is so little to go off of. And so we got to the final roundtable at this Traitors experience that I was at. And I was like, I thought I was being a good faithful the whole time. Like I was locked into the missions and I was voted the least trustworthy person. They all thought I was a traitor. And I don't know why.
Okay, so looking back, you can't understand why they said that.
No, I asked one girl who I had been talking to the whole time, and she was like, "Well, like you were like, doing a lot of like looking around and I was like
shifty behavior."
And I guess that was viewed as shifty, but I was just observing people a lot, and I didn't think about how it was being perceived by other people. And
it's very hard because you're trying to be credible by but you're trying to be credible by mimicking what you think credible looks like instead of just being credible. It's really like a hard thing. That game is really hard.
And I think in this season, you go.
Why do you get invited to every fucking thing, Gibson?
Because I live in New York.
He's Gibson Johns. He's important.
Because I live in New York. Everything happens in New York.
Invited to all the great shit.
But I was going to say, I think that this was very indicative of what we're talking about is how Rinna and Dorinda are both carrying themselves. We're very familiar with how they are on screen.
Yes.
Rinna came in so Rinna, so hot. She comes into breakfast every day. So Rinna, so vivacious. You get to the round table and she's mute. And that is not who she is. That's not who she is in these environments. Dorinda is being a much more reserved and sort of demure because she's overcorrecting from last season when she got out first.
Yes.
And she wants to last long. And so they all, again, Colton has seen Housewives. He made a good point. He was like, this is not the Rinna that I would expect to see at a round table. She'd be going after people with me. So we're seeing that play out.
You think that hurts them? Seeing such a show like Housewives that shows you in so many situations, good, bad, how you handle conflict, how you handle people lying to you, that must give people real inkling into how you predict your behavior.
I think that's what's so fun though about when they do, because I've watched Traitors like in every country basically. It's like it's my lifeline. And when they do just regular people, it's nice because you can go and you can lie about everything about yourself. Like you can be like, oh, I'm a professor, but you're a police officer.
Mm-hmm. We've already come up with all his lies. Like in case he gets in, we already.
I'll throw lies left and right.
Period.
I just think that would be so much fun to just get to pretend to be somebody else and trick everybody. And I would want to become everybody's friend there, but not behind their back.
So like out in the open, you're like being a friend to everybody.
Yeah. And everyone's like, God, he's super nice.
Like, you got it.
But then Ace, the thing you have to be careful about is then people think your social game is too good.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm awkward as fuck, so it's fine.
Yeah, he's gonna be awkward. He's gonna come in saying he's in a lavender marriage.
Yes.
He's a former gymnast. I mean, he came up with a lot of good stuff. Yeah.
Okay, but both of those things are true. I'm in a lavender marriage and I'm a ex-gymnast. Oh God. Who are you rooting for on Traitors? With who's left?
I mean, I'm always gonna root for my Bravo people. That's just like that's my bias that I come in with, and like I would love to see Candace get to the end. I would love. I kind of feel like Rinna's in danger. I think that like they're kind of onto her. I really like Natalie from Survivor. I think she's getting a good edit where like they're showing her pipe in and kind of give her 2 cents here and there, but it's not like she's getting so much screen time where you think she's getting out soon. I think that I really like her. Who else? I also like the people who I didn't really know about, like Maura Higgins is kind of entertaining me. I like Rob from Love Island. I do like, I think, most of the cast, but it feels like a lot of them are being quiet. So it's kind of hard to feel like, I don't know, like.
Yeah, because I think if you're quiet, you go the distance. Maybe people think you go the distance more.
I have spent a good amount of time not watching the show, thinking about why is his name Jam Jam, but it's spelled Yam Yam. And I spend so much time thinking about the fact that I'm like, and somebody even wrote on their card Yam Yam, and then they had to fix it to say Jam Jam, or they wrote Jam Jam, and then they had to fix it to say Yam Yam. I'm like, it is so bewildering to me. Off. Okay. Yes, these are things that I get stuck on.
They all spelled Portia's name in every conceivable way. So.
You remember Tom used to write Dolores like DE every time. Oh God.
I love to like I love seeing people's handwriting. It's so telling.
It's fascinating. It's very fascinating.
When somebody gets on and they have horrible handwriting, you're like, I didn't expect that.
And do you always try to predict as they're writing how many letters and who they're writing?
Yes. Oh yeah, it's like did they start going down? Did they start going sideways?
And how long did it take them? You know?
Yeah.
I always think when they go like when they go to turn their thing and then they cut it, I'm always like, I think I can see it. Yeah.
They get the cliffhanger and it's like, well.
Yeah, 100%.
No, so it's such a good show.
It's great show. The fucking best show. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City because God, do you feel like, Gibson, that you would like trade in your own mother for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City?
Yeah.
And you're close with your parents.
Yes. And thanks for that. Yeah.
You're welcome.
It really does. It keeps me going. It's to me, it's the closest thing that Bravo has to appointment television. Like it is.
Yes.
Yeah. I have to watch that.
You're in good company. You and Emma Stone are
there
obsessed
we go.
with it.
There we go. I just, I have my problems with some of this season, but ultimately I just think that they're operating on a different level.
What don't you like?
The back half of the season I thought was incredibly frustrating and repetitive. And I thought that Heather, for somebody who has done such a good job in the past of getting things to move along and bringing up conflict, she was a broken record with this Meredith thing. And she lost sight of the fact that they had to move on. So instead of having the one-on-one sit down with her so that they could progress, it just became every episode was, let's talk about the plane incident. Let's bring it up at a group event. Meredith is not going to say what you want her to say. And it's just going to happen 5 times in a row for a month and a half as we watch the show. And then I think it completely bogs down the Greece trip. It felt like there was a total effort to have it culminate in this like intervention or takedown, however you want to sort of characterize it. And I just thought that like they lost the plot a little bit. And the finale was obviously so entertaining and like out of this world, but I am over them ending on trips. I'm over them trying to recreate reality Von Tease. That was a perfect storm of a moment 2 years ago. And I think that for so long with this cast, and I want all of them back, honestly. I think they can recalibrate. But for so long, I was like 100% full throttle. They can move forward with each other better than anybody else. They can say the meanest things to each other at dinner, and at breakfast, they can be laughing with each other. After this Greece trip, it feels different in that regard.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
I think there's a deeper line in the sand than I think there's ever been with this sort of core group of women. And it worries me a little bit.
I feel like one of the things that I hope they play at my funeral is just Lisa Barlow and Angie going back and forth with each other, and they will not stop. That's what I think is some of the best television. I hate when Meredith is like, I'm disengaging. Like that's not what I'm paying. Well, I'm not paying you, but that's not what I'm paying you for. I want you to get in there. I want you to get dirty. I want you to get nasty. I want you to go back and forth. And then we will see Lisa and Angie be like, no, I really do love you, Angie. I'm like, really do. You're like a sister to me. And it's like, where the fuck did that come from? Old Atlanta did it the best. They could fight with each other. They could say the nastiest shit and then we'd move on. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like not everyone on Salt Lake is doing that.
Because it's the danger of becoming self-important. After a few seasons, Heather thinks that she is the shit. And like she's had some good moments, but okay, let's go of like what like that whole thing. Let's go around the table and say like it's some permutation of that. I don't ever want to see it again. Like I don't ever want to see that again. You had your moment. Now some guy that's in Congress in Florida actually used her, remember the whole I've got screenshots, I've got whatever. It's like it's all making her feel more. Then she got skinny, which I'm happy for her, but she's changed. And I used to love her. And then I think Lisa, I mean, it's part of her charm, but Lisa really believes her own press. I mean, it's bad. And I think that when a lot of women in one group start thinking that they are indispensable, that they are the core, that they are whatever, it's the clash of the titans. It doesn't work. You if you keep a little bit of humility, and I know it's hard, it makes you a much better housewife.
It brings me back to Camila Cabello and Fifth Harmony. That was a tough loss. That was a tough loss.
Listen, Ace, that's not the worst comparison. She thought she outgrew the group, and for a certain point she maybe had, but how's that going for her now? It's like Bethany leaving and coming back. It's a classic tale, and I don't know. I can't imagine the show without any of those core 5 OGs. But it does feel like Heather and Meredith want nothing to do with each other in a way that feels different than before. It feels like there are certain like individual relationships that like I just can't imagine them being rebuilt. And like this is Housewives, like they can be, their feet can be held to the fire, behind the scenes when they're doing contract negotiations, and that can change.
That changes everything.
It's just hard to imagine it right now. I don't know.
Maybe what we need to do is after a Housewives season finishes, we send them all to like a retreat, but there's no cameras. So like they can actually repair stuff. And then they're like, oh my God, we're good. Then we get cameras up again. And then we get to kind of watch it crumble and fall apart again. And then we put them back at the retreat.
I mean, I think an element of that,
it's supposed to be the reunion, but we're not. I think there.
Salt Lake City could benefit from a little bit longer of a break between filming.
Yeah,
they have been like on this hamster wheel for 6 years now of filming. Reunion.
I don't want to lose momentum, but it's hurting.
Totally, but I do think that like even just like an extra month or two of not being in front of a camera and being away from each other actually could really help them. They need some like oxygen away from the Bravo bubble for a second. I think all of them.
Yeah.
What do you think about Brittany?
The shtick has really worn off for me. Yeah. It's I was never on the train of give her a snowflake. I don't think that was ever going to be something that I wanted to see. But I just think that she's so aware and she's upfront about it, which I kind of give her credit for. But like, it's very repetitive to me. Jared, break up, get back together. Love of my life. He's my friend. We're this, that, and the other. Bringing a stuffed animal everywhere we go. Singing everything. Like, it's just, there's something. And like, I also think that Heather and Whitney, they tried so hard to sort of make us feel bad for Brittany. Yeah. And I don't know if it ever clicked for me. Like it was so ham-fisted, I don't know.
I will tell you, she thought she was going to be a housewife. 100%. I mean, I
she
think
filmed
we can say this now.
She filmed a title card and everything.
Oh, did she?
She told us, and we never shared it because she told us not to, and we didn't. But she's like, I'm coming back as a housewife.
Here's my
back
thought
when we interviewed her.
Hear me out.
Wow.
Because I am a Britney supporter. In the way that I'm a Lisa Barlow supporter sometimes, I think. But is it possible that Britney didn't work? You're a what?
I'm a Lisa Barlow supporter.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I'm an Emily supporter, and I was like, done. This meeting's over. Out.
She looks good.
Emily Simpson is terrible. But with Britney, is it possible that she just didn't work as a friend because we didn't get to make her more dimensional, because we had to see her at such like surface level? Like, I'm sorry, but I would pay a lot of money to watch her and her daughter have to go through therapy and talk about this shit, and for her to out her mom like she started to do. But we only got that for such a short time.
See, I think that we did get that, and I liked those scenes a lot, and that was the most compelling stuff we've ever seen for Britney. I just don't know if I trust her narration enough, and her like, I mean, I think the Jared thing is the Jared stuff is so indicative to me of like not getting the full story from her, where it's like, every time she's interviewed about him, we get a different like framing of what their relationship is, and I don't even know if I believe what they're telling us in that moment.
No.
So I'd be worried that like with a full-time gig, we'd just get more of like that.
The thing I think is that Tito Osmond or Jared or whatever, he's more interested in being on the show now. He wants to sing. He wants to be in it. So I think he's going to stick around more because he's using this as his own platform now. You know,
he's an Osmond. So he's an Osmond. Mm-hmm.
He may be like the shitty Osmond, but he's an Osmond nonetheless. So
so that's the name. Yep, exactly. So, I think you're right.
Anna and I disagree about this, and I really need you to weigh in. You know, how did you?
I'm the judge of reality court right now. Okay, let's go.
Yes, for real. How did you feel about Bronwyn at the reunion with her long hair?
We never talked about it. You must be confusing me with Mary Payne.
No, I talked about it with you, and you said you liked her long hair. And I said
the long hair. There's nobody that should have short hair more than her. She has a face for short hair. Nobody can pull it off like her. I would not look good with short hair. Look, you know.
Okay.
Look,
I feel like
I look like a.
What made Bronwyn so fun was the hair, the outfits, and then she came to this reunion and she's got this long, basic ass Utah woman hair. She's got this ugly yellow dress on. Like I was so sad about it.
The hair ruined.
And she was first chair. Yes, thank you. Okay, well, I guess we do agree.
The dress would have looked good with the right hair. It's the hair that ruined everything. I'm telling you, that was your conversation with Mary Payne, not me. You confused one old lady for the other.
Oh, that's how it goes.
God,
these old ladies.
Cut that out.
I'm with you on the long hair. I don't think it's a natural look for her. And she literally this past week, I saw a video pop up. She got a haircut from Jennifer Aniston's like longtime hairstylist, and she went even shorter, and it looks fantastic. Like it looks so good on her. And she has this one of the Miguel, the guy who does the Housewives impersonations. He does a really good one of Bronwyn where she sort of like leans in like head tilt, and the bob works with the head tilt. It sort of like shakes a little bit. So like it's part of her presence.
Her persona.
And I think that she does look really good with the short hair. I'm with you on that.
And chic, you know?
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Whitney this season?
I think Whitney's such a interesting Housewives character because I think that she is really important in like I think a lot of people compare to Ashley Darby, or I've seen that before, where it's like she will bring stuff up without a question. She will go there. She will stir the pot. And whether that's like a distraction from her own life, I don't know. But like, she is a pretty open person and she's down to stir it up. But she weirdly like doesn't get the credit for it. And I don't know if it's because of how it's delivered, if she picks the wrong moments to do it. But like, there's something that's like slightly disconnected from it. And I think that Meredith and Lisa got accused a lot this season of tag teaming, speaking for each other. They were accused of that a lot. Whitney and Heather clearly have made the same agreement that Lisa and Meredith have, which is like, we're never going to turn against each other ever again. We are stronger together. You are my one true ally in this. And I don't think they get accused of that enough, you know? And I think that she got lumped in with Heather, who was individually sort of frustrating me. And I think that by proxy, Whitney was frustrating me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not been a huge Whitney fan in the past, but I felt like this season, the fact that she talked about her business failing, the fact that she talked about her marriage failing, like I was like, hey, I'm very much so enjoying Whitney. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't deal with her husband, his teeth.
Those teeth
thing. It's like,
those are tough.
Yeah, those are big ones. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that like she's always on the last chair at last seat of the reunion. You know, she's always in that spot. And I think that it's interesting that they've added Brittany, and it's sort of how I feel with Beverly Hills, where they added Amanda, where like adding Brittany sort of, because Whitney was always sort of like the annoying little sister to a lot of them, right? Like that was sort of the role she played. And now that Brittany comes in, it sort of levels Whitney up a little bit more. You know, in comparison to Brittany.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's sort of what Amanda did for Sutton on Beverly Hills, which is like, there's now a tier lower than Sutton, and now she is being more accepted by Dorit and Erica. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it has this effect. And I think that has played into the Whitney we got this season, for better or worse, I guess, depending on your point of view.
Nothing brings people together more than hating somebody else. So everyone's like, you know what? Sutton hates Michael this girl. We hate her. Exactly. You know, we can all decide that like Colton's a piece of shit, but we're going to come together to defend him because we hate Michael Rapaport more.
And then next week when Michael Rapaport, exactly. We don't forget.
No.
Speaking of Amanda, so earlier this week I went through and we did an episode and I talked about her different levels with her business, her tiers of her business.
Okay. I have not done the deep dive. I have not. Okay.
I mean, I don't go that deep, but just to kind of share some of the words with you that you can find on there.
Went deep.
One of her courses is called the Money Mentality Makeover. It's $3,000 for the course, and it talks about like energy and frequency training, valued at $2,333. Pulling money out of thin air training. The support group, like it's the website that she talked about this week. Like, oh, I thought the website was done. Is the worst website I've ever seen. I've built many websites. I'm not saying that I'm incredible at it, but I know how to build a website. It is so awful. It's so much bullshit, and the word vibe pops up every fucking
and every version of vibest.
Yeah.
Vibe, every conjugation, improper English conjugation. Yeah. And then there's a tier that's $47,000.
No.
Yes.
What do you get?
Be part of her mastermind.
What do you get?
Well,
a lot of vibes.
You get to
that's the vibiest tier.
Yes, it's the vibiest tier. You get to come spend a day with me, Amanda Francis. You get to go on VIP trips, but you will pay for everything for yourself.
Right, you get to go to
you get to invite. Yep, you can come to special dinners, and you can call me once a month. Yeah,
right, where she separates time to speak to you. You know. I honestly, I think it is such.
But they're saying she's making $400,000 a month.
Well, here's the thing. I think any of us would come across that website and laugh it off. I know that it's a racket. I know that all I'm getting is vibes, right? Like that's all you're kind of really getting for your money.
People.
But if you are somebody who is gonna put your credit card information in there and pay $3,000, $47,000. I think that's on you at that point. It is, but
it's also irresponsible what she's doing.
Of course it is.
It's so wrong. I mean, my heart bleeds for those people. And I know that I almost think like the reason that they put do not drink Drano is really, it should not be on there, because if you want to drink Drano, drink the fucking Drano and then just die. Because
here's the craziest part.
But
this woman is talking about how she's like a business mogul and stuff. To sign up for the $47,000 mastermind, you have to fill out a Google form. I was just like, it was like, fill out a fucking Google form. You couldn't even put like a form within your website. They were like, here, fill out this Google form. It's going to ask like your name, your favorite vibes, your favorite colors, and we'll go from there. Because she only picks 12 people to be a part of her mastermind. It's very
what an honor that is.
What an honor that is.
So I want to read another part to you because I just want you to get more of an idea of who this woman is. So there's a Vibe membership. It's about $200 a month. Okay. And with this, you get 3 to 4 times a week audio drops. How often does Gabbing with Gib come out?
2 to 3 for free.
Okay. So for free. So it's me. Hi, Amanda Francis in your ear nearly daily, telling the truth, dropping the wisdom, reminding you who you get to be, providing insights the group is asking for, and any tips or tricks coming through to share with you. My plan is this: wake up, eat breakfast with the babies, ask God, what would you have me say today? Record it, upload it, check out what you have to say about it. Vibes.
The thing
people are paying money for this.
That's what I'm saying.
The problem to me is that if you are teaching somebody to become very good at something where then it changes your financial picture, you should have done something entrepreneurial with your life that is not this thing. This thing can't be the thing. You understand? Because with this, you're ripping people off. What did you do before that gives you the credibility to create this?
Here's the thing. She wrote the book and she talks about changing your relationship with money. But like, I'm sorry, if I'm signing up for anything to do with money, there's not a single course in here about investing your money. There's nothing about saving. There's nothing about paying off debt. Like, it's all just about your fucking relationship with money, which
investing in yourself.
Yes, I'm like, absolutely not. I need to know where to invest.
It's like we're all having the same reaction Bo's had at that dinner or whatever they were at with Dorit, where she asked her to give her specific financial advice, and she started with vibes. She started with what we're saying right here, and like, it just tells you everything you need to know. What I'm very curious about.
I think her business is done after this.
But Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is a show that a lot of people want to be on. It's a show that, like, casting for it, they probably have to sift through a lot of people who essentially pitch themselves. And they land on Amanda as the one new addition for this season. And I kind of am like, they're not idiots. They knew that this woman was not going to gel with this cast. They knew that this was all going to happen. They saw her website and they knew that it was bullshit. And so they almost are like setting her up in a way. I mean, she's putting herself in the situation herself.
I think so.
But it's just because she lives in Kyle's old house that it like makes sense for her to be there, I guess.
Right. Which is probably why
she kind of thing.
She rented that or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I think she did that on purpose.
See, I feel like her business is done after this. I feel like people are going to see through all the bullshit. Even the people who were signing up for this, I feel like she shot herself in the foot by coming out, by bragging so much about her money, by bragging about all the stupid shit she has, by talking down about other people, by always having to, one up everybody. I feel like we're going to see the fall of Amanda. Like, she's going to be like, I went from $400,000 a month to $40,000 a month, which is still insane. But you know what I'm saying?
I've never agreed with you more. The thing is that when you create this online, I know it's crazy, but this online persona, you control the narrative. Here we are. She's at the mercy of the editing, of 32 flavors. And guess what? They're going to show us what's most entertaining. It's not like they're out to screw her. She's screwing herself. She should have never done this. This is the end. The gig is up, Amanda. The gig.
I have sunscreen in my Chanel backpack.
Yeah.
If anyone needs that.
Yeah.
When she walked into that matcha place and she goes, "Is your matcha ceremonial?" And it makes Rachel Zoe look low key. And it's like,
that's bad.
Woof.
She doesn't fit. She just doesn't fit in. But I like.
But I love to hate her.
Yeah, me too. I want to see the downfall. I'm happy to see it.
I think that Beverly Hills does sometimes need somebody who is sort of like, what do we do with this person?
Right.
And like they've been, I mean, arguably still, they're still like so like status quo and like, you know, they're not pushed very much. I think Amanda at least is this presence that can like challenge them a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw Andy on Call Her Daddy. She did Truth or Dare or one of those things. And the question was, how much did you make last year? And he's like, I'm never saying that. And so she told him the dare was text LVP and ask her who we should get rid of on Beverly Hills for the next season. And she responded, all of them, darling, all of them.
Of course.
I thought she would say goodbye, Kyle.
Right.
Nope.
Right.
She thinks they all suck.
Yeah.
Wow. Before we go, I want to leave everyone with this beautiful moment that Erica Jane gave us. And that was that when we're in Sedona, we're going to, you know, on Housewives, we've gotten accustomed to a certain level of dinner. You know, we've gotten used to being in Greece and overlooking the ocean and just the craziest, most expensive dinners. I mean, Gibson, sometimes you're at dinners that look like Housewives dinners, but I could never. Like, I'm going to Chili's, you know?
Okay.
We go to the airport and seeing Erica Jane inside this airport, even though she was dressed casual, still felt so wrong. And I loved her just coming in being like, we're already eating at a fucking airport. What could be even worse than this? It's like,
well,
yeah. I'm somebody, I will die for Erica Jane, despite the fact that I'm sure she's horrible, but I don't care.
I enjoy watching her as well.
I enjoy watching her too,
yeah. Wow.
So Gibson, everyone can find your podcast, Gabbing with Gib, 2 or 3 times a week. We can follow you on Instagram. You're
depends
everywhere.
on the vibes. This depends on the vibes.
Depends on the
Depends
vibes.
on the vibes. Exactly. Yeah. Vibiest tears 3 times a week, but
I love that. I'm definitely signing up for that. Now, last season you were kind of our breakout star on The Valley. Are we going to see you showing up on any other shows this upcoming season?
I think it's possible. Yeah. Bravo loves Gibson.
What?
Bravo loves Gibson.
Yes, I have signed a release for a clip. I can't tell you what it is.
It's okay. We're rooting for you. We're rooting.
Hell yeah!
It's a show that's on right now. The season's currently airing.
Hell yeah!
I expect it to be in the finale.
Better you than Little Adam.
To show up in the finale, guys. Wow, guys, watch out! This man is a star. He's coming for everybody's peach, apple, orange, diamond.
Like it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No,
you know,
you're doing great, and we're proud of you.
Really
we're
nice
proud to know you.
Yes. Likewise.
Yeah.
Likewise.
We're rooting for you.
Thank you so much, Gibson, for coming today. We love you. We're grateful to know you. I'll definitely be texting you at least once or twice a day. And that's that. Guys, go leave us a 5-star review. Say nothing negative about us, only kind things, only say nice things about Gibson. And that's that. That's today's episode. We appreciate you guys being here. Toodaloo to everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
I love you guys.